is the request to approve Special Olympics. Request approval of a middle school assistant gymnastics coach.
And again, I asked Tom, he and I were both in on this one. When the gymnastics program started this fall, or this winter, there were 10 in the high school program, but there was 32 to 34 in the middle school program with one coach. And I know in the past you've allowed me to, if we have a need for safety reasons, et cetera, to add an additional coach throughout the year. The only problem was this year, we didn't have a position for a middle school assistant gymnastics coach. So I did approve, hiring an additional coach, and then what Tom suggested and what we agreed upon was we would move the eighth graders, which are about 8 or 9 of them, to the high school. So they ended up with 18, 19 in their program, and then the middle school ended up with whatever was left, 24, 25 students. So we did approve the position. We do not have the position on Schedule B. I did sit down with Tom and with the union and looked over the various, where we have a head coach and an assistant, to see what would be an appropriate rate of pay. In one of them, the difference between the head and the assistant was 67%. Another one, it was 85.7%, and a third one was 70.5%. So there was no rhyme or reason or consistency. So we took the average of the three. And it ended up being the difference between the head and the assistant was 74%. So the difference, our middle school gymnastics head coach gets $1,282, and in meeting with the TEA officials, the gymnastics assistant would get $953. So about a little over $300 difference. So there goes part of Tom's savings. Did I miss anything there?
We're still in the
Did we cover everything there?
Here's another one.
Yeah, just maybe a clarification with the girls that were brought up. It wasn't strictly the 8th grade girls. What they did, because of just different routines and stuff and the levels of ability, it was based on their ability. So there's 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. There was, I believe, 9 or 10 of those girls who were brought up to practice with the high school girls, not just 8th graders. But I think I want to say there was like 6 of the 8th graders, or 6 of the 6 8th graders, and then a couple 7th graders and a couple 6th graders.
Do the middle school gymnastics, do they compete interscholastically?
We have one, and we're going up to Marshfield 2 weeks from Thursday, and then they want to come back down here. More of a scrimmage type thing, but give them a chance to get some feedback from judges or coaches at least. I mean, that they're going to have judges up there, but we want to, when they come down here, have some judges and just charge them an entry fee or something to help cover the costs.
Part of it, and Tom may be coming back to you next fall or next year sometime to talk about the 6th grade portion of the middle school gymnastics, because this is one area where we allow the 6th graders to come out. Many of these 6th graders, they're excited about being in the middle school. They come out for the program. They've never been involved in youth sports whatsoever, so they come in with very little skills, very little talent. And a huge number of those 6th graders then drop out when they get to 7th grade, because now they've got the 7th grade programs. And so that, again, would contribute to the safety concern, because you've got so many 6th graders that don't know hardly any of the basic moves. So the coaches end up spending a tremendous amount of time working with the 6th graders to try to bring them up to a certain level. And then they're, a high probability that a significant number are going to drop out next year anyway when they get to middle school basketball and the other middle school activities.
Yes.
Is there still a youth gymnastics program?
Yes, and that's kind of feeds into what Bob was talking about.
And many of the 6th graders don't participate in it.
Park and Rec,
right.
the 6th graders.
So we would need an approval then of the new middle school assistant gymnastics coaching position.
So moved to approve.
Okay. Second?
I'll second.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second then to approve the middle school assistant gymnastics coaching position for the salary that was listed here at $953. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay. And then
Thank you.
item